Alright, so Rose Namajunas defeats Amanda Ribas by unanimous decision. I do not agree with the 49-46. And the 48-47, I could see it. But yeah, there's no way Rose won 4-1. Like, that just seems like pre-written scoring, rigged scoring, because they wanted Rose to win, and it would be good for her to be a good addition in the flyweight division to snap her L streak. Plus, Rose is like a big name. You know what? Nah, they didn't like rig the decision. It wasn't rigged. The judges were just doing their job, and I did think Rose won the fight. I know I posted on my community tab, oh, Rose lost the last 3 rounds, but actually, I do give Rose the 5th round because she was landing the better shots against Ribas. She looked a little more re-energized. Ribas was landing more, but Rose was landing the more accurate, cleaner strikes. So you got to give that 5th round to Rose. But still, Ribas did good on the numbers in this fight. She kind of was doing a bit of damage as well. I don't know how you can't give the 4th round to Amanda. I mean, why is the scoring system so inconsistent when it comes to damage and control and activity? Ribas was winning the 4th round on the feet, gets taken down, and then she's landing elbows from bottom. Rose is doing nothing but just laying in her guard, and Rose gets given the round. I don't get that, but Rose did win the first 2 rounds, fair play. Competitive on the feet, but Rose was controlling the stand-up, controlling the exchanges in the first couple rounds, plus getting the takedown in late round 2. Round 3, though, was looking kind of ugly. I mean, it looked like Rose was starting to fade a little bit, and I did predict that she would fade, but she caught her second win in round 5. But round 3 was the only round where Ribas was able to actually get up from a takedown, and for some reason, the rounds before and after, she couldn't, and the round where it really mattered, which was the 4th round, which I knew would be a problem, she couldn't get up. And I thought she was going to get held down in the 5th round, because usually round 5, Rose always gets a takedown. That's what I thought would happen. But Ribas stuffed the last takedown in the 5th round. Good on her. But that 3rd round was looking good. You know, she took Rose down and actually was able to maintain control from the head and arm throw. Got Rose in the mount, got her back, but a little too late. Maybe if she had more time to work with, she could have got a finish. But clear 10-9 Amanda Ribas. But yeah, like I said, the first 2 rounds, Rose controlled the exchanges. She got taken down in round 1, but reversed the takedown, ended up on top. So, you know, Rose won round 1. Rounds 1, 2, and 5, I'll say. Like the second Joanna fight. But Ribas 3 and 4. And honestly, if Ribas won this fight by decision, I thought this would be a split decision. It wouldn't be a robbery, because Ribas did have the edge on numbers. You know, she landed more in the 4th and 5th and won the 3rd round. So if you go based off activity and numbers, you could give it to Amanda Ribas. But Rose had control time. Rose had better accuracy. So Rose Namajunas wins the fight like I predicted. And I predicted accurately too, even though I said Rose by 2nd round KO. On YouTube, I didn't really feel that confident. I actually deep down had a feeling that it was going to be one of those fights where the underdog is like counted out. Everyone thinks the underdog seems so easy, they're going to get steamrolled, but then it doesn't happen. Like, the underdog just seems a little too easy, then they turn out to be too tougher than expected. So I knew Ribas would be a dog. I knew it would be a very competitive fight. I knew Rose would struggle. And honestly, man, I wasn't that impressed by Rose Namajunas. But, you know, I mean, what do you expect? She was on a 2-fight losing streak. So there's a lot of things that could have factored in, like her confidence, her mental state, you know, coming off losses to Carla and Manon. She knew she had to win this fight. So, I mean, not the greatest performance by Rose, but what the hell? She got it done. I'm happy for her, especially as a fan. You know, she needed this win. So I'm glad she's back in the win column, but as you guys can see, I'm being like as unbiased as possible, whereas maybe if this fight took place in 2021 and went the way it did, even though back then Rose would steamroll her, if it went the way it did back then, the me of 2021 would be a little bit more biased about this fight, but I've definitely kind of matured as a fan over the years. and been a bit humbled by these like last couple of fights and her last couple of performances. But, you know, she gets the win here. And now with the win over Ribas, I feel like they're going to just shoot Rose up in the top 5, even though she beat the number 8 girl. And Rose said that she wants the winner of Erin Minot, but she's not going to get the winner. But, you know, honestly, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, if Manon wins, they already fought, so that'd be kind of a pointless rematch. But if Blanchfield wins, she's going to have to wait. I mean, either one will have to wait a year for a title shot. But say Erin wins, Rose never fought her before. Erin could pass the time and take another fight with the former champion, build her name off beating Rose, which she would definitely beat Rose. Rose did not show me anything in this performance to state that she's going to take over the division. I feel like this is going to be kind of a one-off win for Rose in the flyweight division. And then she's going to lose her next fight. I believe. She's going to lose her next fight. I don't really see Rose going any further in this division. As much as it sucks, you're struggling with Amanda Ribas, who you should be smoking. Imagine she goes against Natalia Silva, who's a good striker. She'd have to grapple her way to a decision. She could beat Chukagian. Jessica in a trilogy, it's never going to happen. She beats Jessica again, dangerous in a 5-rounder, but Macy Barber, that was an alternative. She said either the winner of Manon, Erin, or Barber. And actually, I was saying that if Rose wins tonight, she's got to fight Macy Barber. They owe it to each other because Macy has beaten up her whole squad. And in 2019, she made a post, I think, exiting out all the faces of Rose's teammates she beat. It was a group picture of Rose and her friends, and she circled Rose's head and said, I don't know what she said. I can't remember what she said. But she said something like soon or something like that. Let me just find the picture with the caption. Oh, she said, just a matter of time. Right. And back then when she made that post, Rose was the strawweight champ. Barber wasn't even ranked at flyweight. Now it makes sense. Barber's a top 5 flyweight. Rose is now going to be in the top 10. They're in the same division. They're both on the same path. Now they just might cross paths. There's a storyline. Rose has a chance to avenge her whole team, or Barber will beat all of Rose's team and make a name off a former champion. Originally, I was thinking Rose would win. Now, here's the thing. I think if it's like a 3-round fight, Rose could edge a decision, but she get beat up in the 3rd round. It would be like how, Grasso won the first 2, lost round 3, or how Rose was winning the first 2 against Jessica, lost the 3rd round. That would happen in a 3-rounder. But Barber could finish her in the 3rd. Like, Barber's different from Ribas because she's bigger. She has good takedown defense. She can wrestle. She's physical. Rose is not just going to be able to take her down and just lay and prey on her. Barber can stop the takedowns. Barber can take her down. Barber will actually do damage with ground and pound. And Barber is a threat on the feet with her power. Rose is not finishing her on the feet. Rose has to watch out for that power. Barber's got that grittiness, that scrappiness. She hits hard. If she can get Rose in the clinch, she could beat her up. She could wear on her. And I think in a 5-rounder, I think Barber takes it. I think she'll finish her in the 4th if she doesn't get her in the 3rd round. But 3-rounder, Rose might edge a decision where she survives the last round after edging the first 2. But it's the fight to make next. And if Rose Namajunas can beat Macy Barber, it's a title shot. It's a title shot right there. And if Grasso can stay on top, that's the fight I've wanted for years. Namajunas versus Grasso. That fight's more possible than ever now. So I can't wait to see how things unfold in the future. Way to go, Rose. I'm glad you were able to get this one done. Man, why did you have to lose to Carly? You didn't have to lose to her. You're better. But whatever. That was yesterday. It's today. She's a flyweight now. She's back in the winning column. So let's see what happens next. And like and subscribe. And peace out.